Hello. Happy Sunday. I have a new thermal container. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you saw that I had a green cup, right? That I mean, I've been using that for years, and it still works, right? The lid, the pop-up lid, that part didn't work, but I would just take the lid off and drink, and perfectly functional. And so, but I thought to myself, it's probably about time I just get myself something new. So I'm checking it out in terms of its ease of use. Hey, Carolyn. So if you're here on YouTube, feel free to put in the chat, say hello if you're logged in. You do have to be logged in order to use the chat. Hey, Rising Vibes. Kathy, hello, hello. Nini Love, hello, hello. Instagram, I can see who joins, but YouTube, of course, I don't know you're here unless you put it in the chat. So thanks for joining, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. We are warming up these days. And this week, we're coming up to the full moon. So let's get started with cards. We're going to start, as always, with general messages for this week ahead. And that's going to be from July 11 to July, how can it be July 17th? Next Sunday. How is that possible? Oh my gosh. Stacy, Laurie, hello. How is that even possible? Anyhow, so yeah, let's get some general messages. And then after the general messages, I will pull cards for anyone who would like a card. If you would save your question or save your card request until after the general message, I would appreciate that. Then I just don't miss it in the chat. Okay, so let's get started. Because we've got the full moon coming up, gotta lock my new lid. I thought we would use the power of surrender for general messages. This is a wonderful, wonderful deck. It's got some good juice in there. So let's start off with some cards. If you hear a little background noise, well, first of all, there's always background noise, but if you hear a little ticking, it's not doing it so bad. I had to put my ceiling fan on, get some air moving. Okay, let's get. Also, newsletter subscribers, I have July promos. If you're not a newsletter, on Instagram, in the link in YouTube. But the promo right now is your year card or your life and year cards. So if you don't know what those are, they come out of the major arcana of tarot. And your life card is what really you're here in this lifetime to learn. And your year card works from your birthday in one calendar year to the next, but you don't need to do it on your birthday. So, but it's the energy of the year that you're in. It's really fascinating to do. So anyhow, that's what's going on. But let's get our cards for Monday and Tuesday of this week coming up. Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday. And Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Kathy, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks, and I've been thinking of you. So I hope all of you are doing well. Okay, here we go. Monday and Tuesday. Surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. Surrender to prayer. So prayer, of course, comes in all different forms. It doesn't have to be formal. You don't have to be in a religious building to pray. You don't even have to pray in a religious taught way, right? Prayer is communicating. Prayer is talking to the divine, talking to spirit, talking to your angels, whatever it is that you look for that divine guidance, that inspiration, that's your prayer. And so Uh, give yourself over completely to prayer, which is really to say that when you are in prayer, that it come fully from your heart, that it come fully from deep down within, and it's honest, right? Um, and so spend some time doing that, communicating, just communicating. Kathy, I see your note there. Understandable. Okay, Monday, Tuesday. So Wednesday, Thursday. So we have surrender to prayer as we begin the week. Wednesday, Thursday, we have surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. What a way to start the week. And also Wednesday, Thursday, what day is the full moon? The full moon is Tuesday. I gotta think of what days, or what's Wednesday. I gotta think of what days of the week we have. But surrendering to miracles. So believe that what it is that you want in this life, believe that what it is that you are creating for yourself can come to fruition. You know, a miracle doesn't have to be something like, um, I will go to stories of the old Bible because I was, raised as a Catholic as a kid. But, the person who can't walk, or the blind man who can't see and he suddenly sees, right? It doesn't have to be that big. A miracle can be something that you really want, that you've been asking for, that you have been praying for, that you have been working toward, and you bring it about. So believe in it and trust in it, and trust in that energy. Trust in the abundance, trust in the universe responding to you. I mean, this card says on Surrender to Prayer, you will be heard throughout the universe and answers and support will arrive. And the next card is Surrender to Miracles, believe in miracles. Okay, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Pardon me. Surrender your belief in scarcity. Oh, and I have never seen this card come out. So this is interesting. Surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Pardon me. So what a card to come after Surrender Miracles. You first have to believe it. If you believe it, you will see it. You're never going to see it if you don't believe it, right? People think, oh, I'll believe it when I see it. That's not how it works. You first have to believe it, and then you see it. So surrender your belief in scarcity. So believe in the miracle and let go of the belief in scarcity. Let go of the belief that maybe you're not worthy. Maybe it's not time. Oh, maybe it wasn't meant to be. Let go of that stuff. Let go of the fear of, well, what if I do this, then maybe that, right? Let go of that stuff. Believe in the miracle. So these are the messages for the week. It starts with surrender to prayer, which to me, with these other cards, is really saying opening your heart to all the potential, opening your heart to everything that is and everything that you would like it to be, and just being open to receive, open to that. And as a result, the miracles, being open to the miracles, being open to the things starting to come into your life, right? And then you're letting go of any blocks to any of that. You're surrendering that, letting that go. So blocking, the mental thinking of worthiness, of fairness, of those kinds of things, or maybe it's just not time, like letting all that go, that block to the flow of abundance. Really lovely series of cards. Do I say this every Sunday? I'm pretty sure I do. Right? Okay. Carolyn, wonderful cards. Really? Yes. Yes. It all starts with us, right? I mean, that's what it's saying. It all starts with us. Give yourself completely from your heart. If you can't come from that place, you can't expect things to come to you, right? So, hey, Cecilia. Okay, I've got some decks on the table. Would anyone like a card? Whether you have a specific question or you just would like a little guidance card for yourself. Stick it in the chat. I chuckled as I thought the same thing, but yes, beautiful cards again this week. I know. I say it every week. I can't help it. Rising Vibes would love a card. Let's get you a card. And my eye went immediately to Sacred Destiny for you. So that's where we're headed. Let's get a card for Rising Vibes. What did you need to know and do? Okay, enlightenment. Enlightenment. Look at the image. That light, right? The being activated. So what does that mean for you? What does it mean for you to be enlightened? Do you feel enlightened? Do you feel like you are exploring that path? Do you feel like you have blocks to that path? So check in on enlightenment. Now, of course, are all of us going to be the Dalai Lama in this lifetime? Probably not. But we can attain the level of enlightenment that we are here in this lifetime here to attain. And so check in on that. Where are you on that path? Is there anything blocking? Is there anything more to do? That's a sort of a yes question, but you follow what I'm saying. You know, what is there something you've been wanting to explore, but maybe haven't gone yet, right? So ask yourself where you are in this journey. If you have been doing a lot of work, and if you have been feeling like you've been getting some incredible downloads and real good clarity and moving stuff out, then this is coming in to support you and say, keep doing it. You're on that right path. Keep doing it. So check in on that. Okay, Carolyn, may I have a general card? Kathy, a card. Laurie, a card. Yes, here we go. Carolyn. Rising Vibes. I still have some work to do for sure, but I'm willing and open to doing it. Yeah, we all have so much work to do on that path, probably most of us, right? But as you said, you're willing and open. And are you willing and open? That's the key, right? Surrendering completely. Yeah. Okay, let's get a card for Carolyn, a general card for Carolyn. A general card for Carolyn. Right there. Carolyn, I don't know if I tell you, but I've got my Rider-Waite deck here for you. Judgment. Carolyn. Can you see this? Judgment. So this is of the major arcana. This is card number 20. And look at this. This is Archangel Gabriel blowing a horn. This card comes up to say, and we just talked about enlightenment. We just talked about surrendering to prayer, surrender your belief in scarcity. It's like this card is saying, can you step out of these little limitations? See those boxes that the people are coming out of? Those are our structures. Those are man-made structures. Those are the limitations we put up for ourselves. Those are the packaging that we were given and that we believe we must follow, right? The limitations, the confinement. And this is saying, can you rise up from that? Can you wake up to that call, that greater call, that enlightenment, as we saw for rising vibes, and step out of that, step beyond these fixed boxes, these fixed boundaries? And it's calling you to rise up. It's calling you to say, step into who you are, into your power. And if you look at this card, the figures coming out of the boxes, I mean, they don't have anything. They have no clothes. They don't really have any, color. There's nothing, which is to say, coming out as a blank slate, coming out as who you are without all of the stuff that's been put upon you. Just coming out in your pure, pure essence. Can you step into that? Can you rise up into your own power? Okay. Let's see. Kathy was the next one. A general card. Yes. A general card for Kathy. Kathy, I'm going to self-care. Carolyn, I feel that I'm doing that with my blog. Amazing card. Yeah, and Carolyn, that sort of crossed my mind too, in terms of your blog, and that is that you are writing from that place of heart. You're not writing, at least from what I read, right? My impression. When I read it, I don't feel like this person is writing something contrived to try to appeal to me. I feel like when I'm reading your blog, I'm reading you. That's what that feels like. That's a great supportive card. Okay. Let's get Kathy a card here for self-care for Kathy. This is two-sided. Priorities. Priorities. Get your priorities straight. When you know what's important, saying no gets much easier. So Kathy, get your priorities straight. When you know what's important, saying no gets much easier. I don't know what else to say about that, except maybe, where have you, oh, I got another card for you, which is real. Let me tell you something too. Maybe you've been sort of focusing on other things because of circumstance. And now this is coming back around to saying, okay, let's look at you. This is coming from the self-care deck, right? So let's look at you. What are your priorities? What do you need for yourself? And get those back in order. When I picked up the self-care deck, somehow I left behind a couple of cards. Don't know how I did that, but I did it because this one is needed for you. And it is dance, step into the light, share your gifts and talents with the world. So these are your cards, Kathy. Getting your priorities back, focusing back on yourself, back on what it is that you want to be doing, regrouping, and then stepping out into your light, reigniting the light or turning up the flame, going back to answering the call, right? Turning that flame back up, believing, surrendering to the miracle. Okay, hey, Nancy Pants. Nancy Pants was a character in Weeds, right? Okay. All right, Carolyn, I'm writing my life experience in hopes to help others. Yeah. That's good. Kathy, yes, need to start. Yes, I'm telling you, put music on. Put music on, get out of bed, walk out the front door. It doesn't matter the weather. Walk out the front door and fill your lungs with the morning air. Then go to a room, any room, whichever room, you can do your own thing and put on music and just dance and move. It is the best way to start a day, I am telling you. It is life-changing. It really is. Okay, at least try it and then come back and tell me, yeah, no, wasn't. Okay, let's get to Laurie. I see a card here for Anne. Laurie is looking for a card that says, continued good vibes for this week, please. Yes. Rising vibes, hit that like button. Thank you, thank you. So yes, folks, please, if you would, hit the like button, send it some hearts, share, tag, invite, all that good engagement stuff that these silly little platforms are doing. Laurie, you should dance every time before you leave the house. Your walk will feel it. It's all day. I leave my room and then I go in the kitchen to feed the dogs and I'm in there. Yeah, it just doesn't stop. Okay, let's get to Laurie about continuing with the high vibes. Laurie, continuing with the high vibes. Let's see. I do think it's whispers from Lord Ganesha. I moved away from it, but then I came right back to it. So I do think that is your deck. So let's get a message for Laurie for continuing with the high vibes. Okay, and then Anne, you are next here. Laurie, relaxation. A perfect card to continue with the high vibes. Relaxation. So be sure you take time out, really. Just be sure you take time out for yourself. Be sure you honor that break, that time to rest, that time to do something that maybe you, in the back of your mind, you're like, well, I should be doing this instead. Or this is, I could be helping someone else. Yeah, you could, but you also could be relaxing. So opt for the relaxation. Also, this card is number 49. So that's 13. And in tarot, that is the death card. Transformation, leaving behind and going toward new. So again, the relaxation, keeping your high vibe is to say, okay, but you may be needing to let go of some of the thinking that prevents you from honoring yourself in this relaxation. And maybe reframe relaxation, relanguage it, make it look like something else so that it's more of a, going back to Kathy's card, a priority for you versus something that you squeeze in if you have a little bit of time. Right? Okay. Laurie, very true. I've been relaxing by getting little things done that I have been wanting to do and now finally doing it. I feel more relaxed. Yes, and sometimes I would agree with you. Sometimes accomplishing things and getting things off of our to-do list in the to-done list is a form of relaxation. One, because we can relax into what we're doing, which I would argue if you're going to be doing something, you might as well find a way to enjoy it. But it does give you that sense of peace of accomplishment for sure. Yeah. Okay, coming back here to Anne. Can you pull a card for Frank's feelings for me, please? Let's see. What can we get you, Anne? I think I'll go to the Wandering Star Tarot, and it's not so much about Frank's feelings for you, because Frank isn't here, I don't believe, and I can't know what Frank feels for you. But let's get some information about you in your relationship with Frank. What does Anne need to know about the relationship with Frank? And there's two cards here. So let's see. And what I feel like actually is the first one that came out is Frank, and this is you. So you, Ace of Cups. Here you go, Instagram, YouTube, Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is love. It's relationships. It's the beginning. It's, um, yeah, it's sweetness. And when I pull this, I'm like, this is you. So there's a sense of love that you have here, um, for Frank. And, is it romantic love? Is it just loving Frank as a person, right? As hopefully we love everybody, but even the ones who challenge us the most. So this is you. And what do you want that relationship to look like? Because this is the ace, and the ace is the beginning. So what do you want the relationship for Frank to look like? Instead of, what does Frank feel toward me? Because depending on what Frank feels toward me, then I will adjust my behavior and feelings toward Frank. No, that's not what this is saying. This is saying you decide how you feel toward Frank, and you move in that direction. You mind your own business in the Ace of Cups and take care of you, and Frank is going to respond however Frank responds. The card coming out for Frank here, oh, very interesting, is the Death card. So don't be scared of the Death card, folks, if you're not familiar with tarot. So, and I had mentioned 13 from Laurie's relaxation card. So the Death card is about transformation. It is about moving away from what was and stuff that just really does not work for you anymore, and moving towards something beautiful and possible and positive and more in alignment with you. So Frank may be, and you would know this, Frank may be going through a process of learning to express love a different way, learning to explore feelings in another way, right? There may be some things that Frank used to do that in relation to you, it doesn't work. And so Frank is having to discover how to leave that stuff behind and move in differently going forward. So Frank may be having a journey here, and you're like, yeah, I'm right here. I'm at it. I'm here. So you take your Ace of Cups and you go in the direction you want. Let Frank go through his process, support him, but don't you adjust, or what's the word I want to use? Don't wait. That's what I got. Okay, that's for Anne. You're welcome. Okay, anybody else have, hi, JF? Anne, it makes very much sense. Good, I'm glad. Yeah, I feel like, the Death card is about new beginnings, right? It is. You're leaving behind so you can move forward. So you both are coming at this relationship with a new beginning mentality. It's just very different. You're like there, and Frank's doing work to get there. If that makes sense, which it seems to. Okay, did anyone else, would anyone else like a card, or are we all set and ready to roll and wrap up Sunday Synergy? All right, it's, I think I've pulled cards for anyone who's requested. I don't think I missed anyone in the chat. If I did, just put it again in the chat, but otherwise I think we're good to go. So I'm going to say thank you to everyone who joined. If you missed the messages at the beginning, I will tell you general messages for the week: Monday, Tuesday, surrender to prayer. So open your heart and commune and be fully, fully there, because Wednesday, Thursday is surrender to miracles, and that is believing that what is yours is yours. But you first have to be communing, and you first have to be open to that. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, surrender your belief in scarcity, which is to say, let go of anything that you think is limiting you to the abundance of the universe that's coming here for you. It's a wonderful set of cards. Cecilia, thank you. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Well, that's it. Thank you for being here. I wish you all a wonderful full moon. It's been challenging lately with a lot going on in terms of astrology. And if you don't think that astrology affects you, I will tell you it does, whether you believe in it or not. And it's been rough. There's a lot of people who've been going through some real challenging times. And yeah, so be easy with yourself. Have grace with yourself, forgive yourself, give yourself permission to feel and go through the feels. I say if you don't allow yourself to feel, you are not going to heal. I really need to copyright that. I'm pretty sure no one else has said it like that. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Laurie, you are welcome. You are welcome. Thank you for being here every week. I appreciate that support. All right. Bye. Ciao, ciao. Oh, hey, Laurie, I'm going to be in LA the end of the month. I'll send that to you again. Okay, bye.